Hey there, Pack. Welcome back. It's Red Friday today, and Ashley's still in California, but I decided since it's actually a nice sunny day, probably can't tell because I'm down here in the shade and the shadows, but since it's a nice sunny day and we are having our shed is supposed to be here on Tuesday, and it's going to go right back here, I need to move the motorhome. And since it's supposed to rain potentially a couple more days over the weekend and Monday, I thought everything's kind of dried where I need to put it. So I got to button everything up on the motorhome, and then I'm going to try to back it up, and we're going to back it up our new driveway here and take it all the way up there and park it up there on the top. So first things first, I got to drain the gray and black tank, get those emptied out, fill up the fresh tank, because I'll be away from the hookups for a few days, probably for about a week, because of Friday now, we'll have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'll probably bring it back down on Wednesday, maybe Thursday, depending on how everything goes. But I'm going to try to pack that up. So I'm going to get the tanks emptied. You can see I got our clean out and water's over here, so I'm going to get the tanks emptied. That's the easy part, and then get the water filled. So get my propane tanks disconnected. You can tell the generator's going. I just got done doing some laundry. Actually got the dryer going still right now. So easy part is here, we'll flip the fresh tank. That's going to start filling. We'll pull the black tank, turn on the macerator. Let that thing drain out. As soon as that's done, I just did it the other day, so there's not much there. As soon as that's done, then I'll pull the gray tank and get that one emptied too. May as well start with everything emptied for a few days. Doesn't take too long. Just like that. And the gray. Some people don't like the macerator pumps, but I really like it because I can run it through that nice little 1.5-inch line all the way over here. It pumps it right over there, drains it out really quick. I'm actually a fan of it. I like the way it works. And then in a previous video, I showed you I added the quick connects there so I can connect the two hoses together. Works really good. So get that doing. We'll get the fresh tank filled, and then I got to pack up a bunch of stuff inside so it's movable. Pick up the solar panels that we got setting out in front of the RV and pick up the propane here. So I'm going to keep working on that, and I'll bring you along here in a little bit. Well, we got it back up here on top. Wasn't exactly where I wanted it, but this was a lot less level than I thought it looked. I'm not very good at eyeballing level sometimes. So anyway, I used the Level Mate Pro, which isn't very accurate most of the time with this, but at least it'll get it within a few inches. It seems like it's definitely, I've reset it multiple times and re-zeroed it multiple times, and it's never very accurate, but when it's off by 4 or 5 inches, it'll get me close. So anyway, we got it back here, and it'll sit up here for a week or so. Hopefully it won't get too muddy and bury itself, but I think it'll be just fine. Now I got some stuff down there I got to bring up, including the dogs. They're kind of throwing a fit down there because they're down there and I'm up here. So I'm going to go get them and call that a day. Well, look who's back.
I'm back. I spent some time in California with my family, and it was really nice. I was there for Mother's Day, and that made it really special because Mom's turning 84 in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And so that was good that we got some good quality family time.
Yep. So I was quite busy while she was gone. We actually worked on cutting this bank back over here, and I brought the motorhome back down, but I got this bank all cut back here. It was way up here where the gravel line is, so that's going to give us a lot more room. Before I had to like squeeze next to that slide out to even get to
you can see
anything.
where the dirt is versus the gravel. Someday we'll put a retaining wall. But
yeah, I got to do some water
maintenance.
Runoff maintenance, whatever you want to do. Mitigation.
Water management.
Yes, that's the
runoff
one.
mitigation.
Something
anyway.
like that. But yeah, so did that, cleared a bunch of the junk up here, and
there was like a lot of saplings and stuff.
Yeah,
so
just had a lot of fun playing with the little machine and getting things done. And
a little Tonka toy.
Right. So also on Tuesday, our shed finally showed up. So that was the reason that I had moved the motorhome in the first place, so I was able to bring it back. So yeah, Tuesday, the shed showed back up. The guy delivering it did a great job of getting it set up.
Generator noise.
Yep, excuse the little generator.
But it's going to be super cool.
Yeah.
We got it all leveled up. Oh, I was going to show them inside. So right now it's got these doors on it.
Yep. They already got some storage in there.
But these doors are kind of low, so we got some plans.
Yeah.
But we're going to put some stuff in here for now. It's got a lock. Good to go.
Yep. But that trailer that he had to deliver it was pretty amazing. It had all sorts of different twists and turns. I'll show some pictures of that thing. It was pretty neat the way it moved the front and back and went forward and backwards, and he was able to pull in here and just move it all around with it on the trailer to get it set here and all nice and level. So, oh wow. So yeah, we're pretty excited about it. We got some plans for the future. It's just going to be a storage shed probably here for this first year.
Yep.
But then we're going to turn it into a little casita type thing in
little,
the future.
Little wash house or something.
Yeah, try to put a bathroom in there and maybe a little kitchenette type thing or something.
Full-size washer and dryer.
Yeah,
that's big on my list.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's kind of the plan. That's kind of the plan with it for now.
Yep. Just an extension of our motorhome.
Yep, exactly.
So one of the things I really want to do is I want to make a nice outdoor living space. So maybe like get a cover over the door and maybe make like a nice screen porch.
Yep.
Because we do get some bugs here in East Tennessee.
Yep, for sure. So yeah, screened in porch would be really nice set out here. So those are some of the plans for in the future. It's probably won't be for a year or so.
Yeah, next year at least.
Yeah.
But it's good to plan ahead and think.
Yep. Lots of options. Well, guys, my solar's not doing too good because of all these trees. These panels are pretty much in the shade. I could probably move them around a little bit and try to get a few drops of sun here and there, but that's a lot of work moving them around. The ones on the roof are doing pretty good in the midday. They're getting up to 900 watts coming in, but that's only for a short period of time. So it's not enough to keep the batteries charged up as it was a few weeks ago before the trees came in. So instead of running our big diesel generator non-stop to charge the batteries back up, because we can go for a day or two on the batteries without needing them unless we have to run the air conditioners. And it's been nice and cool. It's in the real low 70s today, so just having the windows open and the fans on is plenty. But so since we're here at our home base, I actually dug out our old generator. We've got an old Honda 2000. So I dug the old Honda 2000 out, plugged it in. You can see it back there. And that one will run all day on a gallon of gasoline, so that's quite a bit cheaper than the diesel. First off, and it uses quite a bit less, and it'll give us 1,500 watts extra to start charging the batteries up. It's a 2,000 watt generator, inverter generator, but if you actually read the label on it, it's only 13.3 amps. It says at the plug-in. So I just set my Victron inside to 13.3 amps, so that's all it'll use, and it's giving me 1,000 to 1,500 watts of good charge to the batteries, and then I'm getting another 800-900 watts off the roof. So I got our batteries charged back up within a few hours, so that's not too bad. So yeah, that's how we're saving a little money on fuel until our power gets put in here. So, and speaking of power, they actually came out today and gave us a new power pole. Let's walk over there. Yeah, the power company came today and they put us a new pole in. They actually just cut the top of the old one off because the telephone company actually has to come in and take their wires down and move them over. So hopefully they'll be here before too long. And
I should probably call them, I guess.
He said the engineers are supposed to do it, but he said they're supposed to do it. So we'll see. If we don't see them here in the next few days, we'll give a call. And then I got to call into our electrician, and we'll have that guy. He'll come out and help us get the power up hopefully in the next week or so, and we'll be all hooked up.
But yeah, we weren't even expecting them. They had said something about maybe towards the end of this week, but most likely next week. Well, we heard an air brake and Scott's like, is somebody here? Yep. It was pretty cool.
Well, one of the other things we did last week is we started a new thing on Facebook.
It's called we started a new group. It's called the Wild Blue Pack. Like, pack of wolves, pack of dogs, pack of motorcycles.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't know. It's just a cool group name.
Yeah. We just wanted to start a community with our followers that was a little bit different than just having comments on YouTube. We love the comments on YouTube, and please don't stop giving us the comments on YouTube because that helps our algorithm and all that kind of stuff. So we'll keep leaving those, but it's easier for us to communicate with you guys and more real time. And stuff, and
a little bit more personable,
and we get to know who you guys are too, because a lot of times the comments that we get on Facebook, they're made up names or aliases. I'm sorry, on YouTube. On the YouTube is aliases and stuff, so we don't know who's actually leaving us the messages and the comments. So I think it's a good place for us to do that.
Yeah, just to get a little bit more, not really one-on-one, but kinda.
Yeah.
You know, and that way you guys can put some posts up and let us know where you are or where some great places to stay are.
Yep.
And the community can get to know each other.
Yep.
So that's, you know, that's kind of what it's all about is this community.
Yeah. And it's more real time, like I said. So we can maybe meet up with people. It'll be able to know where each other's at a little bit quicker and that kind of stuff just through that community.
Yeah.
So we also still have the Super C RV community.
Yep.
On Facebook also, but that's a little different because it's for, you know, Super Cs and fans of Super Cs, where the Wild Blue Pack is for everybody.
You don't even have to like Super Cs.
Right. So you know, the Super C community is focused on the Super C community, where this is focused on all of us RVers.
Followed on the Wild Blue Wanderers community.
Exactly. So anyway, if you're on Facebook, go check it out. Join the pack.
Join the pack. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
And all you do is you just click. You'll put a little
I'll put a link.
code.
I'll put a link or QR code up here somewhere. There'll be a link in the description also. And there's a few questions or whatever. That's just so we make sure we don't get a bunch of bots or anything, spammers or people trying to sell you some T-shirt or something.
Yeah.
So that's the reason the questions are there. So if you miss the questions and the rules things, that's the reason they're there, is just so we don't get those. So make sure you at least put something in there.
Yeah.
But I think from here, we're pretty much, once we get the power hooked up, we're pretty much done with projects on the property, at least for this season. We got a few projects on the motorhome and on the pickup and some things to get finished up before we get back on the road.
And so we've only got, what, a couple weeks?
2.5 weeks to get some stuff done. And I got some modifications on the motorhome and the pickup to do just to make sure we don't have a transmission issue again in the future. Can't afford to do that.
No.
And we're going to do a follow-up video on everything that we've done and what we found out and what we've learned through the whole process. Yeah, absolutely. So stick around for that. Hope you've enjoyed following us. You know, make sure to give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, tell us what you think about everything, and subscribe, click the notification bell, all those things.
Join that pack.
Yeah, join the pack. So thanks again for watching, and we'll be on the road again here soon, so hopefully we'll see you on the road.
Bye.